Like many creative enthusiasts, you've probably spent years collecting inspiration on Pinterest. Now it's time to transform those saved ideas into tangible projects. Let's create 3 Pinterest inspired wall decor pieces for fall on a Dollar Tree budget. This first project is inspired by a DIY fall frame wreath made by Confessions of a Serial DIYer, and I will link to each inspiration in the description. I am just using this woven flat basket as a base, along with some leaf stems and some pumpkin attachments. The little glitter one was from a Hobby Lobby pick a couple years back, and the little faux leather one is from Dollar Tree. So I am just taking the leaf stems as a background for the pumpkins, and I'm going to use my zip ties to attach them to my base. Now, I did not spend any money on this project, but Dollar Tree has all the fall florals out, as well as those mini faux leather pumpkins, which I had from last year. So just taking the zip ties, I am just attaching everything loosely until I have everything in place the way I want it, and then I'll go ahead and tighten everything on the back. Now, if you have picks with the stems already attached, this will be a lot easier for you to do. You just use that stem and kind of wrap it around your base, but I did it this way because I've been picking these apart for a couple of years now and just reusing what I have on hand. You'll see in a second, I did have to go back and adjust this one zip tie. If you are going to do this using zip ties, just make sure the part that you loop it through is closer to the base of the pumpkin, because I did have to go back and adjust this so that when I tightened, it wouldn't pull out from the base of the pumpkin. And if you buy these faux leather pumpkins at Dollar Tree, they do come with a little metal clip attached underneath, so if you get them now, you won't need to add the zip ties. You'll just be able to clip them on. But again, just a simple little project. I love the glitter on these pumpkins. Again, these are from Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure if they're carrying them this year, but if you want a similar look, I'm sure they have similar colors in store. So now, just to finish it off, I'm cutting off the ends of the zip ties, and because this bowl is it's a shallow bowl really, as I put it on the wall, those parts from the zip ties are not touching my wall at all. But I love this neutral, simple look in my kitchen. This next project is inspired by a pin from Sayel DIY. I hope I'm saying that right, and I will link to her YouTube video sharing the pin project that I was inspired by. So that wood board is from Dollar Tree, and I am again reusing some floral pieces from other projects that were in my fall decor bin, and this velvet Dollar Tree ribbon that I've had for a couple years now, and I'm not sure if they're carrying it again this year, but you can find something similar, I'm sure, if you wanted to recreate this. So to do this simple project, I'm just taking this ribbon, which is kind of wide, and cutting it down the middle just to have a thinner piece. And then I'll just set that aside while I put together this little mini bouquet of fall florals. Again, these are lots of random picks from previous projects, but I just kind of picked the colors that went together, and I'm just arranging them kind of haphazardly, not really any kind of plan here, but just so that they look well put together. And so once those are arranged the way I like them, I'm again just using a zip tie to secure it all in place. And now I'm just going to take that ribbon and kind of eyeball where I want the level of the bouquet to be, and then I will attach that ribbon using some hot glue and a couple of staples for good measure. Now you could also drill some holes through this board and kind of bring the ribbon in through the back, so that all of the ribbon isn't showing on the front side, which is actually what I think Sayel's project showed. She used some jute cord and kind of wrapped it around from the back, which looked really cute, but this way was simple to do. I did want to leave this me tying the ribbon in real time so you could see how long it actually takes to make a ribbon look cute, and encourage you to not shy away from tying your own ribbons. It does take a little time and some fiddling, especially with this ribbon, which is kind of it's a different color and texture on one side, and I didn't want that necessarily showing, so I'm kind of really fiddling with it and twisting it and making sure that this one velvet side is showing up. Alright, now that that's all set, I did take the other half of that ribbon that I cut down the middle, and I'm actually going to cut this down a little bit more, but I'm going to use this as a hanger to attach to the top of the wood board, so I'm able to hang this up. And again, I'm just doing the same process, adding some hot glue, smoothing that down, and using a couple of staples on each side just for some extra security. Now you could also hot glue the bouquet in place, but I like the option of being able to switch it out. So I'm not sure exactly where this is going, but it looks so cute by my front door right now. This third Pinterest-inspired project is loosely based on a TikTok video by @catfromwork is the tag, and I've linked back to the pin for this one. So I purchased 2 of these wall shelf packs from Dollar Tree, and I'm using 3 out of the 4 wood boards. And to start, I just used this walnut colored craft gel stain for a warmer wood tone. I did go ahead and stain both sides and the side edges, and I let that dry overnight. Now, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted this to look like when I started, but I thought, why not just let my inner Bob Ross take over So I took some acrylic paints I had on hand that kind of lended to fall, and I just went for it. No plan, no outline, just creating. So let me know in the comments how often you create just for the joy of it. I just had so much fun doing this hand painting. I had no plan, but I, kind of knew what shapes I wanted, so I just kind of went with it, and I just think it turned out really cute. So enjoy these a couple of minutes of just me painting fall shapes. So I got a little leaf here, a little pumpkin there, and a little acorn. And for a finishing touch to those wood edges, I added some antique gold rub and buff just to give it a cleaner look, because those are plywood edges and they're kind of raw and rough. And then to attach these pieces to create one wall hanging, I used this ribbon that I found on clearance at Hobby Lobby, which means cheaper than Dollar Tree. So I am just going to take the ribbon and kind of hot glue it to cover up those holes. So it's working to create a hanging and just clean up this project by covering those holes as well. So I'm kind of spacing the boards about an inch apart, and I started at the bottom so that I could just wrap the end of the ribbon underneath into the back for a cleaner finish. And then I'll just use my hot glue applied onto the ribbon, not on the board, so that it's easier to place. And then just slowly glue onto each of the wood boards. And so here's another reason I started at the bottom, is because then the top of the ribbon will just loop and create a little hanger and just go down to the bottom. So the final finishing touch was just a pop with this metallic paint pen. I just kind of added lines and outlined each shape. And of course, we can't forget the pumpkin stem. And then when I hung this up, I also added a ribbon to the top, and I just think it looks so cutesy. Let me know in the comments what you're creating for your home this fall, and I'll link another video on screen if you're looking for more inspiration. I'll see you in the next one.